What's the sixth book of the Bible? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua.
Joshua. There is a book called Joshua about a guy named Joshua who led the conquest of a land called Canaan.
Mind if I...
It was the promised land that God had promised to Abraham would be delivered into his hand. As I'm explaining.
May I pitch in, Brother Louie?
Go right ahead, Sunday school lady.
You see, sometime around 2100 BC, God told Abraham he would create a nation out of his descendants. That means kids. And give them this land, Canaan. This is all in Genesis, the first book of the Bible. Brother Louie, why do you think God picked this piece of land for the Israelites?
'Cause it was flowing with milk and honey.
Yes, there was that, but also Canaan was at the crossroads of the whole world back then. If you wanted to go from Africa to Asia, or Europe to Africa, or Asia to Europe or Africa, you had to go through this area. If God really wanted to spread the story of his love throughout the world, what better place to start?
Good point, Sunday school lady.
So God promised Abraham this land way back in 2100 BC, but it wouldn't be for another 700 years until about 1400 BC that Abraham's great-great-great-great-great-grandkids would actually get to go into this promised land. Of course, by then, other kings had moved into Canaan and, well, they didn't want Abraham's kids, the Israelites, to have it. So they put up a fight. Joshua's the fella God chose to lead the Israelites into the promised land. The book of Joshua tells his story, or rather, the story of what God did through Joshua.
It's the story of the Israelites who found themselves in a bunch of fights against some folks called the Jebusites, as well as the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, and Perizzites, the Hivites, and some really nasty termites that got into the tents and made a mess of things.
It doesn't say anything about termites in the Bible.
Well, it doesn't say there wasn't.
Well, no, I suppose. But tell me, Brother Louie, this book is chock full of fighting. Does that mean it's okay for us to start fights with people?
No, Sunday school lady, that's not what it means.
Thanks for the setup, Brother Louie. You get the assist. Kids, God doesn't want us to start fights. He wants us to love others, not hurt them. But in Joshua's time, God wanted to set up a new nation that he could use to bless the whole world. And that nation needed a land of its own and needed to be able to defend that land. It was a nasty, violent time when kings were always trying to take each other's land. So Israel had to fight to survive, and God fought with them. But kids, you should never start a fight. Israel's battles were so Israel could survive, so Jesus could be born, so God could fix what was broken in the Garden of Eden way back in Genesis. Got it?
We got it, Sunday school lady.
All right, take us home, Brother Louie.
From Joshua back to Abraham, they finally got to see the promised land. Oh, yeah.
The book of Joshua. God brings his children into the promised land. It's in the Bible. Check it out.
Jolly Tally.